embroidery on wood. And it looks good too.
So look, in order to keep it on the hoop, you have to stick it to here, right?
Oh, right.
So as you embroider, it's going to naturally pick up the stabilizer.
We started this adventure in the spring and made a purchase of a 1502. Didn't know what I was getting myself into, and Deco Summit was exactly what I needed. I feel rejuvenated and ready to go home and get busy.
What brought me out was just the knowledge, all the information that's here, the one-on-one training, meeting people like you, just getting inspiration, hearing different people's stories.
We came to Deco Summit because we started our embroidery business in April. We both work for corporate companies, and I'm trying to figure out a way to transition out of that. I chose Deco Summit because, for one, everybody has been saying it. Ricoma's customer service is just amazing. I don't have a Ricoma machine. I'm going to purchase one, but I use Ricoma, and it has been amazing with me learning how to digitize. I've just really enjoyed it, and so I just made sure that we were going to be here with other like-minded people doing the same thing that we're doing, and it's just been a great time, great experience meeting a lot of people that we watch on YouTube. And then also just meeting some other people who are interested in the embroidery industry as well.
All right, so first of all, I want to start this video off by saying these events never disappoint, never. If you're into getting money and garment decorating and cool new equipment and technology, then you would feel the same way. But I've been to the Deco Summit. They had the first one I didn't go to. I've been to the second one, third one, and this is now the fourth one. This is the fourth Deco Summit, and I've been to 3 of them. So I think I want to keep the tradition going, but they never disappoint, and they just keep getting better and better and better every single year, and I'm excited. Deco Summit was awesome this year. I got there, and the day I got there, we pretty much got to see the whole layout and the whole environment of how, where we were supposed to be at and what time we were supposed to be at. We gave them our presentations so we can see what they look like up on a projector. And they told us what room to be in an appropriate day and what day we were speaking and stuff like that. So pretty much day one was, the equipment was out for the whole time. So day one, you got to look at the equipment along with the brand new equipment that they had, that Ricoma has. And then you got to attend the presentations. That was day one. I presented, Katrina's Graceful Creations presented, Craftable Things presented. Shout out to, oh my gosh, Ashmad presented. He's a guy that has the curve. Let me go get it, matter of fact. Here we go. Ashmad is the guy that came out with this. It's called the Nodex Curve. And I've showed you guys on other videos. You put it on your hat right here, and if you're into that, it gives your hat the perfect curve. I think kids and baseball players and stuff like that would be into that, but Ashmad, shouts out to you. He presented, a bunch of other people presented, but we had a wonderful time at Deco Summit. After the first day, after everybody presented, I'll give you guys a little clip of my speech.
You went from 5 hours, you added a few heads, now you're down to 50 minutes. Just imagine now your job, when you get to this point right here, even when you get to 4 heads, when you get 3 heads, your job needs to be, how do I get more business? Because once you get to this point, you can knock it out faster. How much money would you make, would you charge in this scenario for 20 polo shirts left chest? Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers. Come on, take your time. $18 a shirt? $18? Is that including, or they pay for their own shirts? Polo shirts, it's massive. $30 a shirt? Huh? They buy their own shirts. Okay, good, I like that.
All right, so that was my speech, guys. I'll have a whole separate video where I put the whole thing up. But I'm trying to get the full version that Ricoma has from them. All right, so first day, crazy. My presentation was great. It went better than I expected. Everybody's presentation was great as far as I know, right? So that was the first day. And what did we do that night? I think that night, Wes from Bella Canvas took us all out to this crazy club. It was a restaurant, as a matter of fact, that later on, because we were in Miami, turned into a club. Guys, the food was delicious, and I had on a hoodie. I didn't bring that many clothes with me down to Miami, and the suit that I did bring was for a VIP dinner that was set the following day, so I didn't want to wear that. So I just said, I'm going like this, because I thought we were just going to go out to eat. Wes told me he found a little restaurant, we're just going to go out to eat. As soon as the Uber let us out of the car, I saw the place, and there was a rope in front with a girl that's dressed all, you know, Miami vibes, and I'm like, if this is the place, I'm not getting in. That's what I said to everybody else. I said, if this is the place, I'm not getting in. They're like, oh, just don't worry about it, just come on. I'm walking by, and they have a red rope set up, and I'm walking in this door in this little tunnel and see these girls dressed up in flowers and flamingos. I'm like, I'm not getting in this place, right? So then we get there, and we're like, yeah, table for Wes or whatever, Wes Tate. And then they're like, yeah, but sir, no hoodies allowed. You'd have to take off your hoodie. And I'm like, I don't have anything else under this. I have on a tank top under this, a wife beater, as they say. And I'm like, I don't. So the one girl went in the back, talked to whoever she talked to, and they made an exception for me, so I was able to get in the club. All right, get in the club / restaurant, right? So we had a great time, great eating, great ambience, great music. It's like rave music pounding the whole time we're there. So then as it got later and we were done our meals, there was a guy juggling fire came out. And then after that, somebody else came out that was singing and playing a violin. Great time. But anyway, day 2, Deco Summit. Day 2 of Deco Summit was the hands-on training. The hands-on training was intense. Guys, I'm so happy that I went to Deco Summit this year, because no matter how much you think you know about this equipment, you always learn something new, and there's always something else that needs to be learned. Wouldn't you know, I'm gonna make a confession to you guys. My newer machines, not the MT1501s, not the MT1502s, but the MT2002 8S and the 2001 10S, by the way, that I've had for a long time, for a few months now, testing for Ricoma. Whenever I had a thread break or anything went wrong, or I ran out of thread, I was rethreading it the wrong way. So when I first got it, it ran and ran and ran and ran and ran. And I'm wondering, now that, you know, I've used it a little bit, why am I getting thread breaks and why is it stopping? Guys, I've been threading it the wrong way. So before, you had to go through the machine and twirl around a sensor bar and then go up and over and then through the little hook thing. But when I went up and over through the little hoop thing, I didn't know that little hoop thing, you had to go around that twice too. So you got to go around the sensor twice, and then you got to go around the hoop thing 1.5 times. And I was only going around a half a time and coming back. So my tension was off on that machine, and I've been threading it wrong for years. I think I had the machine for like a year or two, threading it wrong, embroidering wrong the whole time. So everybody who got those embroidery projects, I'm sorry that the thread was not as perfect as it should be. I thought it was fine, but now I see what fine is. It's ridiculous. You learn stuff all the time. Also saw a bunch of new equipment. They finally unveiled the 10S panels, and like I said, I've had one for a little while. By the way, full video tutorial of everything that's available on that 10S panel is coming very, very soon. And I do have to give the machine back. It was a loaner. They gave me the option to buy it, but we're not gonna buy that machine right now because we don't need it. But I highly advise you guys, if you're gonna get an MT1501 or a Ricoma embroidery machine right now, just get the one with the 10S panel because it's the latest, greatest. And but the unit, the head unit itself is the same as a 2000 and with the 8S panel. It's the same. And it's not that your stuff embroiders better because the technology in the machine hasn't changed that much, but the 10S panel is very, very cool. And you guys will see, like I said, in upcoming videos, how the panel worked and what's so cool about it, right? And why I wish I could keep it, but you know, we're aiming our business funds at something else right now to grow the business, right? But yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, the hands-on training. You got digitizing classes. You had classes on if you had the EM1010, You had classes on if you had the SWD machine or the TC machine, MT1501, MT1502. 3-head classes if you had the 6-head embroidery machine. If you want to learn how to use the new Vision DTG machine, they had a class on that, which is awesome, by the way, the Vision DTG machine. You guys saw the video I did on that. They showed the full rehaul of all the machines. So the EM1010 is not called EM1010 no more. They replaced it with a machine. It's called the Presenter. It's called the Presenter machine. They got new tension gauges on the front. It has the 10S panel, and guys, it has a built-in laser that points down for placement that's built into the machine. There's no thing you got to attach to it. It's built in the machine. That's amazing. And you know how on the EM1010, the thread, like right at the needle point right there, the thread used to jump around and move around a lot? It doesn't do that anymore, this new machine. The thread is going straight up and down, and it doesn't jump around anymore right at the bottom part. You guys that have the EM1010 know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, the added tension in the middle, 10S panel. Oh no, it's called the Creator. It's called the Creator. Okay, yeah. So that EM1010, which is not the EM1010 anymore, it's called the Creator, right? The new Creator, I really think, oh, and another thing about it, they improved in the back where the clearance for hats, where's my hat at? In the back of the machine, they improved the clearance. So now you can do hats and the hat is not going to, your bill is not going to hit up against that machine. That's why I think that machine is going to do really, really well, because you can now do hats on the Creator machine and you don't have to worry about clearance in the back because they took care of that problem. So that new Creator machine, I think, is going to fly off the shelves. All right, so then the MT1501 is now called the MT2001 10S instead of the 2001 8S. It's now called the 2001 10S because it has the new 10S panel. They added the 10S panel in the 2-head, so the MT2002 8S, which was the one I have, is now the MT2002 10S because it has a touch panel. So on the third day, which was the last day, I didn't get to stay until the ending of it. I just walked through, pretty much got footage of the stuff that I didn't get footage of before, talked to a few people that were still there. I guess that was the last day for them to close on new customers and stuff like that. But I had a really, really great time at Deco Summit. I had to leave because my flight was actually at 7, but I decided to go to the airport early. And I managed to get on an earlier flight, so I got home at a more reasonable time. I was slated to get into the house at about 11 or 12, actually land at 11 or 12, but I got back at about, I don't know, 7 or 8. So, you know, I was able to get on an earlier flight, free of charge, by the way. So shouts out to Ricoma, shouts out to all the Ricoma staff. We had such a great time. Shouts out to Steph. Steph did a couple clips for me. She was a little bit nervous, but I might air some of those clips. She was a little nervous, so I didn't want to put her. I was gonna let her narrate this whole thing, but I decided to just do a voiceover like this. But shouts out to Steph for trying. But we're gonna get you on camera, Steph. Stephanie is my sales rep. Steph Vega. She's my sales rep when I first bought my first machine, and we've been in touch ever since. She hooks me up, gets me in touch with people if I need to get in touch with people, answers any questions that I have about the machines, and able to get me, So shouts out to you, Steph, and I'm gonna put her information down here in case you guys are interested in a machine. Make sure you guys mention me and tell them I sent you when you contact Steph. All right, Stephanie Vega, and so overall, Deco Summit was amazing. I'm definitely gonna try my best to make sure I'm back there next year. My presentation, I had fun talking to everybody. They had food there, that was great, improved on from last year. Last year there was just bagels, and a few people, complained about that. But this year we actually had sandwiches, and that was great. And they had dessert there, that was great. They had a little bit of coffee and, light drinks or whatever. That was great. So the hotel accommodations were great. Everything was just great. And the thing I enjoyed the most about the whole thing is the fact that I went there and I came back. You guys heard my machine running in the background the whole time, right? You hear that? It hasn't stopped yet. The thing I like the most and enjoyed the most about Deco Summit this year is the fact that I got something out of it. See, a lot of you guys think that I'm so advanced. Why am I here? Why would I go to something like that to get any information? I'm just going to go to speak or whatever. But no, I actually learned a bunch of stuff. I got to see some cool new machines too. But oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about the new DTF machines that they got available.
Ready? Alrighty guys, and over here is where we have stationed our direct-to-film machines, which will allow you to mass-produce transfers. We have one option that will allow you to do up to 24 inches, and our other option, which is the all-in-one duo that actually brings you the shaker, oven, and printer all in one, and will allow you to do up to 12 inches over here.
They didn't have the DTF machines running because the hotel's electrical current, those DTFs take a certain plug, and the electrical current, they would have shorted everything out. So they said they couldn't run the DTFs. Unfortunately, the hotel wouldn't let them because, like I said, it would have shorted everything out, so they didn't run the DTFs. But what's crazy about the DTFs and what's weird about those DTF printers is the one that prints bigger, I think it was 24 inches, actually the shaker for that machine is smaller than the one that prints smaller, which is the 13-inch wide one. They tried to make the 13-inch wide one be unibody, and it looks like a tank. It looks like a small miniature tank if you look at it from a side profile. But those look like cool-looking machines, totally reinvented. You know how some DTF printers, they look like stuff that we've seen already, that's available already? These ones look totally unique. I don't know if they have the same inner working parts or whatever, but that's yet to be known. But as people start buying them, we'll see what they got and how they work. But I'm really, really excited, and neither one of those can fit through a door, so that's the reason why I didn't go Ricoma as far as DTFs are concerned, because they can't fit through a door. All right, so we are upgrading our DTF process so we can offer you guys solutions and pump out the volume faster than we previously have, so stay tuned for that. But guys, Deco Summit, amazing. The people, amazing. The food, amazing. The information, amazing. The presentations, amazing. Everything was like 5-star. The accommodations, the hotel, amazing venue. It wasn't all tight and claustrophobic. You know, there were more people than ever that attended any of the other Deco Summits, but it was still like elbow room. It was, the whole experience was just a great time. And you're in Miami. It's just a great vibes, great time. Great people, great food, great food. If you're thinking about coming to Deco Summit next year, just stack up your money and have that in place already. Matter of fact, what Ricoma should do is start taking people's money right now for Deco Summit. But sit that money to the side or something like that. Because if you're interested in anything Ricoma got going on, you definitely want to attend Deco Summit. Even if you already have a machine, you can go there, and if you think you know your machine, you'll know your machine even better. And even if you don't, like, it's like kind of like a retreat, right? So that's the way I'm going to look at it now, because I think I'm good on embroidery, as you guys can hear. But anyway, I'm going to look at it like almost like a business retreat, where I go and I just unwind. I talk to you guys, and I just enjoy the information. At this point, I'll be looking at the same machines, but I'm just going to go and just enjoy myself. That's done being embroidered. I'm just going to go enjoy myself and enjoy Deco Summit and enjoy the vibes, because this is my 3rd time being here. And like I said, I think it's a tradition now. And I think Deco Summit wouldn't be Deco Summit if A-Dubb wasn't there. What do you guys think in the comments down below? Would Deco Summit still be Deco Summit if A-Dubb Productions was not in the building? It would still be an event. It would still happen to me, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's always cooler when I'm in the building. Anyway, guys, I had a real good time at Deco Summit. Thank you for Ricoma for bringing me out, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned. 10S panel videos coming up. DTF update video on the new DTF. Honest review of the Uninet 3300. You guys do not want to miss this review of the Uninet 3300 DTF printer that is coming out that I have. So stay tuned for that. More vinyl videos, like I said. 10S panel. What else we got? We got how to properly use the Mighty Hoop 4.25 by 13 and by 16 inch. How to properly use that. Hint, you need a sewing machine. But guys, stay tuned for all these videos coming up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Ricoma, thanks again. had a ball. If you couldn't make it out this year, make sure you make it out next year. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
What gave you the idea to embroider on a piece of wood?
I've done it for over 50 years.
Really? You've been embroidering on wood for 50 years?
Your banner, Janet.
Oh, here's my banner.
Game day.
Game day! West Virginia's playing today.
That's pretty. Ooh, look at that stitch.
It's all applique.
That's pretty, man. That's
This
pretty.
is leather. This is leather. This is gold vinyl. This is for Notre Dame, Miami, West Virginia. I'm going to Georgia Bulldogs.
All right.
When I go up to Georgia.
You have fun on your machine, huh?
Yes, I do.
I bet you do. You're making all types of stuff. Look at that.
Touchdown.
I like that.
So Inez, I've been seeing you running a lot of the machines around here. It seems like you're very knowledgeable about all the machines. How long have you been working with Ricoma?
With Ricoma, I've been a little bit under 3 years.
Okay. How did you become so good at operating these machines? It seems like you know exactly what to do if the machine stops serving.
I've been doing this a lifetime. I've been doing this since I was 19 years old.
Wow, really? Okay, okay. So what do we have here? How many?
8 heads.
8 heads. And what are some common questions that people that are interested in an 8-head machine ask you?
How difficult is it to run?
Okay.
And really, it's not difficult. It's just learning how to regulate the tensions.
Okay. The tension is the most difficult thing. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot. Cool. So tell us something about this touch panel, I guess, you know?
It's very user-friendly. It's user-friendly. I mean, it's strictly straightforward. You unlock your lock, you load your design, you set your settings, set your colors, lock your lock, do your trace, and you hit start, and there you are.
Nice. Pumping out some volume. Well, thank you so much, Inez. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want a 2-head, but I'm looking at this one specifically because I haven't tried metallic thread yet, and I was just looking at the details in this particular design. But as far as like our niche and the business that we want to get, we want to work with small businesses and help them do things. And so with that, I'm thinking we'll have multiple items with the same design, right? And so with that double head, I can knock them out a whole lot quicker than with one.
Thinking ahead, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
You guys, everybody's saying that this is my twin right here.
I've got approached by 2 people. I'm his twin, so hey.
Yeah.
I do not operate the machines. I do help with the Luminaris and the heat pressing, but I do all her graphics. So we had some issues as well, and coming here, I learned a few tips and tricks that I think will, when we go back, I can't wait to try because I think it's going to help solve our problems that we've had.
Amazing.
I was looking through Instagram before I became an employee of Ricoma. I was looking through Instagram and I saw this ad. Oh, you can get an embroidery machine for $230 a month. I was like, all right. So right there, I called and I'm like, so tell me a little bit about it. And they're like, we have 15 needles and this. And I said, do you have anything with more needles? They're like, we got a 20. All right, that's the one I want. I didn't even know what I was getting into, but I just said, here it is, here's my money. And I got the machine about a couple months later.
Now, after you got, how did you become a Ricoma employee? How'd that happen?
So once I got into the embroidery part of it, I bought the heat press, I got the sublimation printer, I got the laser, the plotter, everything, and I had to pick up my heat press. And since I'm close to Miami and I'm close to headquarters, I was like, I don't have time to wait 2 weeks for them to ship it to me. So I'm like, I'm coming to pick it up. Let me know when it's ready.
Yeah.
So I went, I picked it up, and when I got to Ricoma, I looked around and I was like, this is a pretty cool place to work. So I applied, and here I am today.
How long has it been?
It's been a year.
That's cool. How do you like it so far?
It's fun, man. It's a good atmosphere. Everybody's real cool,
Nice, nice. And what's your title?
I'm a help desk technician.
Nice. Okay, so if people call in, they speak to somebody like yourself.
They speak to Carl.
Carl.
Right.
There you go. Carl Dennis. Ask for Carl, guys. When you call, Carl will help you out. Hey, that's an awesome story, man. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, man. So I saw some of your videos before.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?